Will you look at me now? Look at me, Hector. Look at me. Last chance to look at me, Hector.
All right. Hopefully, I added in something there at the end, because otherwise, that's not going to be a very good intro. It's just going to be me doing that a bunch. I'm actually going to try a little bit. I was thinking about doing a whole Overwatch thing about lag, but the thing about that is that would probably take me a long time to learn how to do that, and I'd rather learn how to do my math, considering I have so much extra free time today. I could probably play the older God of War game. By older, I mean came out 2018, 2019. And in preparation for the new one, because I never beat the old one because it was too hard. I was not very good at it, but it was a really good game. Dang. Anyways, today is pretty uneventful. I went to my geomatics lab and I worked out. I had 2 classes canceled, one because a guy isn't here, and then the other one because the person is sick. Which is okay, because I get more free time that way, and I like that, because that lets me work on things that are a bit more difficult, like, probably can do my chem lab today, my differential equations homework, and my differential equations studying, maybe some statics homework. Like, the thing is, I don't really want to start statics. I probably should, but I'm leaving statics maybe for the weekend, because if I get all the easier stuff done now, it'll be a lot easier to be like, okay, well, this is just the last thing. So if I just finish this. Also, I'm putting off doing something harder, which is okay, as long as I'm actually doing something else. It's not like I'm not going to do it, but I don't want to have to go in there and spend 2 hours on one problem to just be like, oh, okay, so my number was wrong there. Okay, well, whatever. And actually, you know what's funny about this thing? Yesterday, we had Adam Dunn, which Secret Base made a video about him. And apparently, he was really good at getting hit by a pitch in the majors. Crazy. Let's get this. Alright, Norm Cash, Jack Clark, Mike McCarthy, Isaac Bruce, and Sean Green. Oh, okay. This is interesting. It says the Jets become the first team in NFL history to win a regular season game in overtime by topping the Giants 26-20 in New Haven, Connecticut, which served as the Giants' temporary home in 1973 and 1974. Namath throws a 5-yard pass to Emerson Boozer for the winning score. This is the second regular season overtime contest in NFL history since the rule was passed the previous off-season. The first took place on September 22nd, with the Steelers and Broncos playing to a 35-35 tie in Denver, as both teams failed to score during the 15-minute overtime period. Wow. Wait, it was a 35-35 tie, and then you're telling me, like, this was when kicking a field goal wasn't easy back then, so I assume they attempted and missed field goals. It's also freaking Thursday, so I might be going dancing tonight. Who knows? I also don't know what I'm gonna add in the intro, but I guess we'll see. You got the Falcons and the Panthers tonight. I think the Falcons win. I think a lot of people are going to pick the Falcons to win. But I just hope that all my players score points. Yay! In fantasy football. Especially DJ Moore. I kind of need DJ Moore to do something. Although the person I'm playing against is projected 20 points lower than me, I know from a first-hand account that, like, because I was projected almost 30 points less than one person I was playing against in the old league, and I still won. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but there's only 50 points separating me who is tied for first, and the person who is in last. And I have 5 more wins than they do, based off of 50 points. Which is crazy. I really tanked it for 2 of my weeks. Like, I got 50 and then 60. Which is just terrible. Also, I've never been nervous about wearing the jersey in the Jersey League at all this year. I mean, maybe like a little bit, because the only way I would wear it is if a few of my players do poorly, because there's no way all of them do bad. And then other people's players just do really well. It's not even like... It's going to be pretty rare for me to wear it, if I even do. I'm definitely not going to be in last. That's going to be reserved for Drew. When I beat him last week after he scored the second most points in the league, I'm pretty sure his spirit is broken at that point. Because if he also scored the second most points the previous week, but still lost, which is just ridiculous. Ridiculously unlucky. But hey, that's what fantasy football is. It's pretty much, like, a lot of it is research, but even more of it is luck. Because let's say Joe Mixon doesn't have 5 touchdowns and has 0, which is totally possible. Then I would have lost, right? So I would have lost in 2 of my leagues, but that didn't happen, and he ended up scoring 5, which was good for me. I've never had a fantasy football player do that well. And then the rest of my team did pretty well. Hopefully Mark Andrews will come back next week, because I need, like... I don't really need a good tight end, because all my players are still... like, even without starting Joe Mixon or Mark Andrews this week, I'm still projected the second most points. Which is nuts. But, yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully, you watched till the end. Outro.